And welcome, everybody, to another edition of Michigan Field Hockey, live from the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor. My name is Zachary Warsaw. I'm here with the always wonderful Gabby Miller.
Hi, everyone. How's it going?
And today we have the Michigan Wolverines taking on the Rutgers Scarlet Knights here from Phyllis Ocker Field. It's a beautiful day for field hockey. It's 77 degrees, just a few clouds overhead.
It's a lovely day in Ann Arbor.
Lovely day.
When's it not?
While we're waiting for them to introduce the starting lineups, we're going to go over today's matchups, get a little preview going. Michigan is ranked number 5. Rutgers is number 21. Michigan has a good record. They're 8-1 overall, 2-0 in Big Ten play. They've won 8 in a row after falling number 2 North Carolina in the opener. So they're on an 8-game win streak. They're coming off a 1-0 victory against Ohio State in their last game. It's their second win over a ranked opponent this year. The other one was against number 18 ranked Wake Forest. The Michigan Wolverines lead the nation in goals per game with about 4.5 scored per game, as well as leading in points per game at 12.5. They are outscoring their opponents 40-10, and they are one of only 2 teams in the Big Ten that are undefeated in conference play, the other being Northwestern. Moving over to Rutgers, as we said, they're ranked number 21. They are 4-6 overall and 1-3 in Big Ten play, so struggling a little bit out of the gate, but still time to turn it around. They're coming off a 4-3 loss in overtime to Indiana in their last game. They're on a 2-game losing streak, finishing up a 3-game road trip today in Ann Arbor before they head back home. This is their 6th-ranked matchup in the last 11 games, including their 5th-ranked matchup in the last 6. So Rutgers has had a pretty brutal schedule as of late. They're going through the gauntlet here. However, they have had good success against Michigan lately. They've won 3 out of the last 4 games against the Wolverines. If they win again today, that would be their second win against a ranked team this year, and their second win against a ranked team that's in the top 10. So that all being said, obviously Michigan is a favored team today. They have a little bit more power. Rutgers is ranked. They're not a bad team, just not as good as Michigan, trying to make some noise. Gabby, what are you looking for in this game?
I'm really curious to see how they bounce back from the huge momentum shift after beating Ohio State last week in that insane third-quarter goal push, beating 4th ranked. I mean, for an 8th straight win, 8 wins in a row. Honestly, not easy to do. So really curious to see how they pick up this momentum. Will they play at the same pace? Really curious to see how they come out today. Rutgers, not a bad opponent, like you said. Ranked 21, they have a lot of strength, have a lot of good players. Excited to see how they come out. Excited to see the energy they have against this ranked team we have here today. The number 5, Michigan Wolverines.
Absolutely. As you mentioned, they did win 1-0. Cami Wiseman had that 1 goal against Ohio State, winning it for the Wolverines, the Ann Arbor native. They're looking to get a little more offensive power than just one single goal. As we said, they're leading the nation and about 4.5 goals per game. So a 1-0 victory is a little unusual for Michigan here. They also are coming off an amazing performance by Hala Silverstein, their goalkeeper. She's the reigning Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week. She boasts a 1.19 goals against average and a .679 save percentage, along with the obvious shutout last week. So she is an absolute brick wall for the Wolverines at this point, and they're looking to ride off that momentum, but also give her some more offensive help to just seal the deal for the most part.
Another huge offensive powerhouse, Kate McLaughlin. I believe she is injured right now, though, so I don't believe we're going to see her today. Unfortunate, but let's see how the offensive line here for Michigan really stands out and tries to fill that void. As we know, Addie Tamer, huge asset for the Michigan Wolverines. Olympic athlete, stud all around. Can't wait to see her out there.
Absolutely. The loss of McLaughlin is difficult. This will be her 4th straight game missed due to injury. That being said, she still leads the team in goals with 9 and is tied for the team lead in points with 22. So they're definitely missing a huge offensive power there with Wiseman out.
I believe she also, against Ohio, broke her own career record of most games in a season. And that was when she was only at 4 or 6. So she had a great season. Great performance. So very impressive. Looks like no one else is really competing with her amount of goals she put up. But let's see how the offensive line shows up today.
Just getting ready for this game to start here. Michigan in their blue and yellow uniforms. Rutgers is wearing white and red. Michigan will be going from right to left to start the game. Rutgers obviously vice versa, left to right. And as the teams take the field, we will wait for the opening face-off.
Looks like we have from Michigan a 3-4-3 formation. Rutgers still breaking from their huddle, so it's a little unclear. But Michigan really trying to look like they're really trying to take out the size of the field right now. Really utilize the width of the field, really build up the play, use their space. Probably tire out the Rutgers, but let's see how they come out today. Rutgers look like they have a much more offensive press, especially on the right side here. And there we go, playing into the right side.
Here we go. Rutgers will start off the game with the ball. Apologies, let me get my roster out.
Huge offensive drive for the Rutgers here.
Absolutely. Michigan takes it out in front of their own net. Refs are going to blow it dead here.
It's going to be a restart for Michigan here. Michigan resetting, taking their time on the restart here. Looking to switch the field. Played out wide, number 2. Emmy Tran, oh, drags a foul. It's going to be a restart for Rutgers here.
All right, I got my roster now. I apologize for that little break.
Anna Cogdell on
All
the
right,
start.
Cogdell for Rutgers is going to send it back to midfield. It's going to be Paulina Nicholas with the ball. Holds it at the midfield stripe, looking for someone to pass to. Going to pass back to her defenseman over by the goal circle. That's Puck Winter. She'll pass it over to the far side of the field. It'll be to Olivia Beatty, however, it'll go out of bounds.
Looked like it was intercepted by Wilgan there.
Beatty will shoot it in from about the midfield circle into the Michigan zone, but Michigan will recover it.
Michigan looking to utilize their width on the field. Oh, but intercepted. Oh, intercepts it again.
Taken back, though, by Angeline Norton. Pass at the midfield, but intercepted by Rutgers.
Gonna drag a stick contact foul there.
Nicholas will shoot it in from the midfield line. It'll go to about quarter. It'll go into the Michigan zone, but the refs will blow it dead again.
Gonna drag another penalty with a high play ball there. Dangerous. Oh, another stick contact. A little sloppy on the start here, Zach.
Yeah, Laura Clark will take it up from Michigan and shoot it out to the open field. Gonna pass it up to Alana Richardson, who takes it right to the right side of the circle. She's cornered in by 2 Rutgers defensemen, and it gets pushed out.
A nice ball played in by Alana Richardson. Unfortunately pushed out, but looks like Rutgers isn't going to take too quick of a restart here. They're really going to try and rebuild and take possession of the game again.
Yeah. Puck Winter will take it, send it over to her other defenseman back there for Rutgers. That again is Paulina Nicholas. She will send it up the field. Anna Cogdell takes it up the center field line, however turns around and passes it back to Nicholas, who will turn and pass it back to Puck Winter right in front of her own net. She just shoots it from the circle all the way to the midfield line up to Guillermina Casarano, who loses control of it, though, so possession will go back to Michigan.
Not able to stop it there, but a really good clearance. Definitely safe play there. Michigan building up on the counter.
It'll be Michigan at midfield with Emily Riley taking the ball. She'll pass it back to her defenseman. That is Angeline Norton again. Abby Tamer with the ball for the Wolverines. She'll pass it over to Emmy Tran, who in turn passes it over. Alana Richardson's there in the middle, but just not enough to get the ball, and it'll be scooped away and go out of bounds.
Michigan really trying to take advantage of their through balls here and play into the circle. However, really cannot get a finish on it as of right now.
Yes, shot in by Emmy Tran. However, a Rutgers defensewoman is there. He'll take it.
With a restart for Rutgers here.
Restart for Rutgers. Can't exactly see who that is. Apologies. Looks to be Anna Cogdell trying to shoot it in, but there's 2 Michigan offensive right there. Emmy Tran will take it, lose it again. It'll go back to Rutgers. 3 Wolverines on the Scarlet Knights right there, just trying to get the ball anywhere. However, it goes out of bounds, and Paulina Nicholas will shoot it back in for Rutgers. And then she'll switch with Anna Cogdell, and she'll actually take it in.
Rutgers again taking their time on the restart. I don't think it's strategy-wise here. I think the Wolverines are really applying good pressure here.
She's going to pass it in, but it's taken away by Claire Taylor from Michigan at midfield, who passes it up to Abby Tamer, the Olympian. She will lose the ball to Nicholas, though, and there's going to be a little contact with the stick, so the refs are going to blow that dead.
Michigan, honestly, all over the field right now, playing really good possession-wise. Really harsh press on their defensive, trying to build up from the Rutgers. So really causing them some issues with trying to set up some plays here.
Rutgers seems to have more possession, but they're not being able to get out of their defensive zone here due to the pressure by Michigan. They're going to send it up to Sophie Kuiper, however.
Back-to-back 2 foot calls there off of Rutgers. I believe that is off of the Sophie Kuiper.
So Angeline Norton will take it for the Wolverines after the dead play. She'll pass it back to Claire Taylor right in front of her own net, who will lose control of it and it'll go out of bounds on the baseline. So Rutgers will get possession right next to the Michigan net.
Rutgers not able to find a pass here, but neither is Michigan. A few back-to-back interceptions there. It's going to be a Rutgers possession, though, on a restart. Not a very quick restart here. Taking their time.
They really are taking their time. Trying to control the pace of play here, not get anything too quickly.
It's interesting to see the Rutgers not trying to take advantage of a quick restart. I think it's because Michigan's shape defensively is really stumping them. They have nowhere to go on a quick restart. They have to try and move around, find passing lanes.
Absolutely. Michigan will take it up. Oh, they'll lose the ball. Sorry. Indy Van Eck for Rutgers will take it and pass it up to Guillermo Casarano. However, she'll lose possession, but then retain possession.
Poked away, though.
Casarano loses possession of the ball. Michigan will take it. Tries to pass it through the legs to Abby Tamer, who then just passes it back to Angeline Norton. Michigan will clear the ball, try to get something going up here. They'll pass it up to the midfield line.
Great speed from the Michigan Wolverines right there. Really abusing
Absolutely.
taking
Abby
up that
Burnett
line.
speeding up the line.
Really impressive speed. Wow. Burnett. Michigan really building from the back, trying to spread out Rutgers. Not getting as much press as they hoped for, though.
Claire Taylor is going to send it up to Sophia Abraham, who will take it but then lose it. Rutgers takes possession with Sophie Kuiper at the midfield line.
Rutgers not looking very much shape-wise as if they're taking advantage of the space of the field. They look a little clumped right now and very marked by Michigan.
They are clumping up a lot. There's a lot of close plays, not a lot of separation.
Exactly, and I have to say Michigan's defense is really holding down good shape right now. They're not allowing any opportunity for Rutgers. Even though they do have majority of possession right now, they're just not able to really get it offensively in the attacking half.
Absolutely. Puck winner is going to send it up to Anna Cogdell on the right-hand side, who will launch it into the Michigan defensive zone, and that ball will just go out of play, so Michigan retains possession. It's going to be Abby Burnett taking it as Michigan makes a change here. Emmy Tran coming into the game.
Interesting to note right now, Michigan 0 shots, Rutgers 1. Really just a battle in the middle right now. Not a lot of shots, not a lot of offensive threat right now. Honestly, just a lot of back and forth interceptions.
Absolutely. Abby Burnett's going to launch into the Rutgers zone. However, it's taken away by Olivia Beatty of Rutgers, who will move it up. However, she's surrounded by 2 Michigan Wolverines. Refs are going to blow that dead.
It's going to be another restart for the Rutgers on the outside.
Olivia Beatty will again take it for Rutgers. She looks to find someone to pass it into.
Some good stick handling shown here, but it looks like she has got some really high pressure. It's going to be another restart for her, though. Looks like they hope to build from the back. However, Michigan really good pressure here.
Going to pass it to Paulina Nicholas, who again passes it back up to Beatty.
Yet another restart for the Rutgers here. They're going to look to build from the back.
They're going to send it across the field lengthwise to Cogdell, who takes it up from the right-hand side. Moving, trying to get separation. Couldn't get past DeVilligen from Michigan. It's going to be taken away by the Wolverines. It will be DeVilligen who takes it. However, she loses possession, so it'll be a restart for Cogdell. She'll take it for Rutgers. Again, looking for anyone open to pass to. She's going to have to send it all the way back to Puck Winner in front of her own net due to the Michigan swarming the Rutgers attackers. Puck Winner's going to take it up, but it goes off the foot of DeVilligen, so it'll be a restart for the Scarlet Knights.
Again, Michigan showing good shape. We have captain in the middle here. Sorry, I cannot see the number for a second. Erin Riley really showing some dominance here, getting this formation structured set and showing they can be a defensive threat right now.
Absolutely. Rutgers has it. Nicholas is going to send it over for, it looks like Winter, but she lost possession. Apologies.
We've got some substitutions coming in right now, 15 coming off. Or 15 coming on, sorry. 22 coming on. So
Bernardi's going to sub in for Bormet, sorry.
Yes,
Rutgers going to send it in.
Field.
Kuiper's going to take it at the midfield line for the Knights, send it back to Cogdill. She's surrounded by DeVilligen, who will just poke it out, so she'll get a restart for Rutgers.
A little bit of a double team there. Abby Tamer back in.
Cogdill's going to send it back to Puck Winner. She'll send it over to the midfield line, who then sends it across the field to Olivia Beatty, who loses control of it, so it'll be a restart for Michigan.
Both teams totally trying to abuse the width of the field right now, but just are overplaying it a little too much due to high pressures, high speeds. They're just putting too much pace in the ball, and it's running out or taking a weird bounce. Really good strategy here, but cannot execute.
Bernardi for Michigan will send it in, however, it's taken away by Nicholas of Rutgers. Number 27 for Rutgers, that's Abby Ewer, will send it back to Puck Winner as Rutgers again tries to reestablish some type of offensive scheme. And Cogdill will send it in for Rutgers over the midfield line. However, it's again stolen by Michigan and Erin Riley, who will send it back into the Wolverines' attacking zone. Abby Burnett takes it for the Wolverines on the right side. She'll pass it back into the middle for Erin Riley, who passes it up and just out of the reach of the Michigan attacker there. That was Abby Tamer.
Vicky Hooray, it looks like she might sub out shortly. I'm unsure. Oh, no, looks like she's pushing to the wing, but was just in the midfield for the Rutgers. Huge presence there. Really playing balls left and right, trying to stretch out wide. She looks like she's getting a little tired right now, but she is really setting up the play for the Rutgers, trying to abuse, going backwards, flats, throughs, everything. Really setting up good play here.
Absolutely. Michigan has possession about the midfield line. It's going to be Angeli Norton. She's going to send it up for Juliet Manzer, who loses control of it, and so it'll be taken away by Rutgers. Number 8 for Rutgers is dribbling along about the quarter mark. It's going to be pushed out. They're going to say it was out on Rutgers, so Michigan will take possession, and Juliet Manzer will get a restart. She'll pass it back to her defenseman, Angeli Norton. Pass it all the way back to Claire Taylor. Just now getting over the midfield line will be passed up to Abby Burnett.
Michigan looking to make an offensive threat play here. Abby Tamer dribbling down the line.
Abby Tamer is on the far side of the field. Passes it back to the midfielder and blocked away by Rutgers on a shot attempt, it looked like. Pretty far shot attempt.
Stopped just outside the circle. Looked like they were trying to set up a little something there. Unfortunate. But now a restart from Rutgers. But again, a slow restart. Michigan's got really good defensive shape right now. Really not allowing any options to happen aside from playing flat to her other defensive back.
Absolutely. Nicholas is going to take it, pass it over to Puck Winner, who passes it up to Anna Cogdale going up the right-hand side. Moves into the middle of the field. Tries to pass it up to Bayonet. However, it's taken away or knocked away by Michigan. However, they're going to blow it dead, and Rutgers will get a restart here.
Michigan looking for the call in their favor there. I think they were looking for a high stick call. However, that wasn't the case. It's going to be a Rutgers restart, but looks like they're quick on the defensive turnaround.
Absolutely. Anna Cogdale gave it away, so Michigan will retain possession. Michigan's Erin Riley will just send it up the field. However, nobody is there for Michigan, so Puck Winner will take it for the Scarlet Knights on their own back half of the field. She's going to pass it up to Lucy Bayonet, who then moves back across the midfield line and passes it back to Winner. Again, Rutgers just can't establish any type of offensive threat here. They keep getting the ball and then having to pass it back to their defensemen to try and get some type of scheme.
Directionally, they just have to play backwards, or at least to their sides, but they're strictly flat passes, flat or backwards. They cannot really advance here.
Absolutely. Puck Winner is going to send it over to Olivia Beatty on the left-hand side. However, she's going to send it up and just lose possession of it, so it'll be a restart for Michigan here.
1 minute 20 left to play.
Erin Riley from Michigan just sends it in. However, nobody's there, so Beatty for Rutgers will take it. She's going to pass it over to Kikovich, number 13 for Rutgers. However, refs are going to blow that as well, but Rutgers will get a restart. We see Puck Winner again, and she's going to launch it into the Michigan offensive zone, or defensive zone, sorry. However, nobody for Rutgers is there. So Sophia Abraham will take it for the Wolverines. She's going to pass it over to Claire Taylor. Still on the far side of the field here. They're over in the corner battling for it. Just going to try and get it out.
Rutgers having to resort to either a quick restart with a quick little dribble or just absolutely having to launch it over through a high pass, but really unsuccessful. Quick turnovers.
Absolutely. They lose the ball here. DeVilligen takes it up, however, loses it around the midfield line, although they're going to say they're going to blow that and give it to Michigan.
I believe that was a foot call there. A little controversial, a little subjective, but was a foot call at the end of the day.
Rutgers will take over possession by the either way. It's going to go out, though, so Michigan will have a restart by Manzer from inside their attacking zone. She's going to pass it down to Abby Tamer, who takes a shot from a pretty rough angle, and it's just going to go out of bounds. With 5 seconds left ticking down, it's probably all that's going to happen here.
Shot. Probably a shot on net is all we can do.
And they're just going to let the clock run out there in the first half. So
buzzer is going to cut that off.
So after the first period, deadlocked at 0, Rutgers and Michigan. 1 shot for Rutgers, 0 for the Wolverines. However, neither team can seem to get much offensive pressure going. It's a lot of, really a battle of the midfield.
Yeah, not a lot of offensive threat here. Just a lot of like quick turnarounds and adjusting to turnovers, interceptions. A lot of quick pace. However, like you said, strictly just in the midfield. Great formation from Michigan coming out today. I mean, it's surprising that the Rutgers truly got 1 shot off on net because they are just a defensive unit right now, shutting everything down. I think notably we should really talk about Juliet Manzer. Juliet Manzer having a game right now. Can't lie. She is an offensive threat, defensive threat. She's applying tons of pressure to the Rutgers right now. Anytime they try to progress against the field, it's instantly a pass back to the defensive line when Manzer's on them. I think she's playing really well right now.
And it's really a 3-woman show per se for Rutgers at the moment of Beatty, Puck Winter, and then multitude of third defensemen they're using. But they have pretty much 90% of possession time for Rutgers as they just continuously try to regroup back there.
Yeah, I was honestly going to say Beatty's really standing out to me for Rutgers right now because honestly their defense has to really clutch up. Michigan has had, although the shots on net are a little bit deceptive, like I would say they've really shown through their crosses. They just are unlucky because their defensive line for Rutgers is really strong, really steps up, really gets in the way of those through balls before Michigan's able to get a shot off or any offensive pressure.
Absolutely. You're seeing a battle of great offense versus great defense. So
for sure. It's really, the score is showing it to be lackluster, but it's far from it right now. It's just a lot of midfield aggression.
All right, with about 40 seconds until the second period starts here, Gabby, what are you looking for from either Rutgers or Michigan on how to really take the upper hand here and get out of this deadlock where it's just a battle of the midfield?
If Michigan continues to keep this formation and this shape that's clearly working for them, I think they just need to focus offensively and really try and build up there. I think they're doing a really good job spreading the field, building their threats to the corners, the sides of the field. But I think if they utilize more taking it up the line, drawing the goalie out, playing some backdoor, I think a backdoor shot would really value them right now because if they only have one Olivia Beatty on the field, they get past that, a backdoor shot could really, really be valuable there.
Absolutely.
Rutgers, hopefully they have a little bit of a formation change or something here because I think it would catch Michigan defensively a little off guard. I think that's what they need right now to really step up their play.
Beautiful analysis. Thank you, Gabby.
I try. I'll be here all week.
All right, and off we are with the second period as Rutgers will take it. They're going to try and pass it up to Kara Heck. However, it's taken away by Michigan, and the Villagen from Michigan will take it up the left-hand side. Rushing into the offensive zone now. She's surrounded by 2 Scarlet Knights and is taken away by Anna Cogdell. Little battle for it, though. Michigan's going to retain possession with Laura Clark stealing it from Cogdell. She's going to pass it over far side of the field. Abby Burnett had a shot there, however, just lost her footing a little bit and didn't really get anything off. So
Abby Burnett trying to take advantage of that line, trying to drag out the defense.
A very aggressive move, just got a little ahead of herself there. So Rutgers will get a restart. Paulina Nicholas will take it, send it over to Puck Winter, who sends it up to Cogdell on the right side of the field. She's going to send it up into the Michigan attacking zone, intended for Kara Heck. However, it goes past them as she was tied up with Angeline Norton from Michigan.
Looks like Rutgers are trying to work a little bit quicker here. I think they realize that maybe their slow restarts.
Yeah, the slow pace of play at the beginning seems to not be the same game plan here.
Yeah, it seems Rutgers are really switching it up. I feel like they're realizing that maybe a slow restart is not the way to get past this defensive dominant Wolverines we have here.
Michigan's going to take possession here. Claire Taylor's going to send it up to the midfield line for DeVilligen, who loses it, however. Having a battle right now with Paulina Nicholas of Rutgers.
Going to be a stick call, I believe, in favor of the Rutgers. Yep, here we go. Restart for the Rutgers. Tried to take a quick there, but ref said back it up.
While we're waiting for this restart, I do want to highlight Nicholas as well. She's from Germany and had a hat trick against Indiana in her last game. It's her first career hat trick. All those goals came off penalty corners, by the way, but it ties her for the team lead in goals at 6. So
impressive.
The German product definitely showing out here in Piscataway. She will take it up, send it up the right side of the field for Anna Cogdell for Rutgers, who will try to push it ahead for Lucy Bayonet, who will lose possession. Michigan will take over. It'll be Laura Clark, it looks like, for the Wolverines, who passes it back to Erin Riley. She's hounded by a Rutgers defender or attacker, though, so the refs will blow it dead, give it a restart for the Wolverines. Claire Taylor now will send it back to the far side of the field where Sophia Abraham has it for Michigan.
Claire Taylor really composed and calm on the ball, really just trying to set up some plays here.
Absolutely.
There,
she's a redshirt junior, so she's one of the senior leaders on this team. She's played the game for a while. She's been here. She knows how to operate and control the game. Rutgers will take it with Cogdell now at the midfield line, looking for a restart, looking for anyone to pass it into. She's going to flip it up, looking for Vicky Ewer. However, it's a little too far. And Claire Taylor from Michigan will take it and just send it up the field to Erin Riley. Erin Riley, in turn, is going to send it far up to Alana Richardson, who has possession.
Alana Richardson taking up that line.
Has it right on the baseline in their attacking zone. She's hounded by 2 Rutgers defenders, though. She's going to send it into the middle for Addie Tamer, dribbling the ball right in front of the net. Tries a backhand shot, however, it's blocked by a bunch of bodies.
Abby Tamer trying to get a reverse there, but that will be the first shot off for Michigan. I don't know if that'll technically count since it was blocked by some other bodies before the goalie, but
it was their first real attempt.
First real attempt at a play there. Oh, I guess we're up to 2 shots, so we must have missed one here. But Abby Tamer trying to show out for the Wolverines here and get some offensive threat. A lot more aggressive in that cross play there. She's trying to really get something off, make something happen.
Absolutely. Paulina Nicholas will have it for Rutgers in their own defensive zone. Dribbling it, Alana Richardson putting a lot of pressure on there, trying to get her to get rid of the ball. Nicholas still just dribbling it. And it's stolen by Abby Burnett from Michigan, who passes it up to Abby Tamer, however, or sorry, not Tamer, DeVilligen, however, just a little too far out of the reach, so Rutgers will get a restart here.
Paulina Nichols really, really composed on the ball. That stick handling was very impressive. She had a lot of pressure on her, but she really maintained the ball for a while there.
Absolutely. She's going to send it over to puck winner, who sends it up to Elena Cogdell. However, battle for possession in their own zone, and they're going to give possession to Michigan.
Laura Clark will take it. Substitutions here as well.
Laura Clark will take it, send it back to Erin Riley at the midfield line, who in turn sends it back to Claire Taylor. Over to Sophia Abraham. Up to Abby Burnett, it looks like. Tries to poke it ahead for Abby Tamer, who just can't get a handle on it. Again, Rutgers will get a restart with Nicholas taking the ball up. She'll send it over to puck winner right in front of her own net and right through the legs of a Michigan attacker. That was risky. Passes it up to Cogdell. She'll dribble through 4 Michigan attackers and try to send it up for Sophia Kuiper, however, just a little too far ahead. So, they're actually going to say that was out on a Michigan defender. So, that turn, Rutgers will continue possession. Cogdell gets a restart from about the midfield line, looking for anyone. No one's there, so she'll send it back to Kikovich, who sends it across the field for a Rutgers attacker. Number 23 for Rutgers, that's Ashley Arnold, has it in her own attacking zone.
Quick restart for the Rutgers there, trying to play it in the circle. Over, gets intercepted by, it looks like, Claire Taylor.
Claire Taylor, however, is going to lose possession, so Rutgers gets possession again in their attacking zone, finally putting something together offensively, the Scarlet Knights are. Cogdell is going to take it up and pass it back to Van Eck, who in turn passes it back to Nicholas at the midfield line. Going up the right side of the field on the line, just trying to find anyone. She's going to just pass it off a Michigan defender and Drew Moffitt, just trying to get a restart here, which she will. Quick restart, sends it into the middle for Lucy Bayonet. However, she's surrounded by Michigan defenders, so Michigan is going to take possession. You got Claire Taylor from Michigan on the baseline, just dribbling the ball, trying to find anyone to pass to. A scrum in the corner now. Claire Taylor just trying any way to get the ball out.
Paulina Nichols really looking to set up some plays here. She looks a little angry right now. She's trying to really set something up, but she's totally changing the pace for the Rutgers. The Rutgers really taking control this period.
Absolutely. Rutgers will take possession now. Just an errant pass by Michigan. so Kikovic will take it. Along the baseline, moving towards the net. She's going to pass it ahead for Bayonet. However, a Michigan defender is there to take it away. A scrum in the middle of the net. Some bodies on the floor. And they're going to call a stoppage on Rutgers there for some reason.
It's going to be in Michigan's favor there. It was a little risky, a little miscommunication, it looked like, between the defensive line and the goalie. But
Michigan making a move now. Drew Moffitt is running up for the Wolverines. She has the ball already in her own attacking zone along the baseline. They threw it up incredibly far. However, she's absolutely swarmed by the Rutgers steel curtain of defense with Nicholas and Winter back there. However, they're going to say it went out on a Rutgers player, so Michigan's going to retain possession. It's going to be Sophia Abraham sending it over to Angeline Norton, who takes it about the quarter mark. Passes it up to Juliet Manzer, who loses possession, however gets it back. However, she walks into about 3 Rutgers defenders, so she's going to lose possession as it's taken away by the Scarlet Knights.
See the Rutgers taking defensive dominance here, honestly. They're in pretty good shape. They're having Michigan kind of
complete change of pace by Rutgers here. They're now trying to control the game.
Yeah, they're having to take a little bit slower restarts. They're having to really see the field, try and feel around and see what's different. A lot more substitutions from Michigan as well. Rutgers too, but Michigan's really trying to switch it up, pick up that pace, and really pose as a threat right now.
Absolutely. So Michigan will take possession at the midfield line. It's going to be Abby Burnett trying to send it in anywhere for Abby Tamer, but just nowhere near. So Rutgers are going to retain possession with Paulina Nicholas taking it for them.
Emmy Tran back into the game as well. Rutgers restart here.
They're taking their time on it. She's going to send it over to Puck Winter.
Play it real deep back. Try and build up here.
Puck Winter passes right to Sikovic, who's in the center of the zone. However, she's swarmed by 2 Michigan attackers. However, goes out on them.
A lot of Michigan pressure here, looking to change some pace.
Absolutely. So Puck Winter retains possession in her own defensive zone, sends it up into the middle of the field for Kara Heck. Absolute battle with a Michigan attacker there. Heck's just going to try and get rid of it and whacks the stick of Juliet Manzer, so that'll be Michigan's ball. Can't do that. She's going to send it over to Abby Burnett, who in turn will send it back to the midfield line. Erin Riley from Michigan takes it, however loses it. Rutgers will retain position in the midfield line with Kara Heck taking that away.
Kara Heck ever on the field right now.
Absolutely. She's going to pass it over to Sikovic, who, I apologize, can't see the number. Rutgers has it at midfield. It is Sikovic still with the ball, just dribbling, trying to get through some Michigan defenders. However, she runs into 2. Michigan's now going to take it up the midfield line with Wiseman on attack. She's got Alana Richardson. However, it's poked away by the defender Cogdill.
Drop pass, trying to switch the field. Oh, and a lovely switch.
Lovely switch. Sends it over to Burnett, who's wide open on the wide side of the field. However, she has nowhere to send it. Tries to send it up to Richardson at the baseline. However, it's a little out of her reach, so it'll go out of bounds, and Rutgers will restart from their own circle.
Michigan dominating there, truly through the midfield. Really had Rutgers confused, scrambling, really spread them out. However, just really cannot get through that circle. It's really their biggest loss right now.
Absolutely. So Puck Winter will take it for Rutgers and send it up for Cogdill. Taking up the midfield line is going to be Kara Heck for the Scarlet Knights. However, it's stolen by a Michigan defender. It's going to be Clara Taylor for the Wolverines, who passes it over to Erin Riley, who loses it, though, as Olivia Fred Shelley for Rutgers, takes it. Takes it up the right side and stolen away by Emmy Tran.
Beautiful poke by Emmy Tran, pulling it up the side.
She's going to try and pass it up to Kimmy Wiseman. However, it's knocked away by Rutgers defender out of bounds. So Michigan will get a restart here in the attacking zone. They're going to pass it back to the midfield line with Angeline Norton, who will pass it over to Erin Riley. Takes it into the midfield, into their attacking zone, and way up for Alana Richardson over in Michigan's own corner. Or Rutgers corner, sorry. She's going to throw it into the middle. Wide open and a backhand shot. Cami Wiseman is going to just put that into the wide open net.
Tap in by Cami Wiseman. What a beautiful play. It's great assist by Alana Richardson. Absolutely love that ball played. Good speed, good power. Got snuck through the Rutgers back line. They couldn't do anything. And what I say, that back door, it's going to get it every time.
Alana Richardson with an amazing setup there, just in the corner, throws it into the front of the net, and it hits a couple bodies and then just trickles out and is able to be knocked in there by Cami Wiseman.
Cami Wiseman, awesome job on the ball there, keeping her composure, really following up the play, following that back net, taking it away, one touch away from the defender, and poking it in the net. Beautiful execution. Rutgers looking to build something here. Lob it over. Stopped by Emmy Tran.
Absolutely. It's going to be Wiseman's 3rd goal of the season.
going to be Rutgers restart here, though.
All right, so Rutgers is going to take it now at the midfield line, and Cogdell is going to send it in.
Cami Wiseman on a little bit of a goal spree here. Huge little poke-in for the Ohio State game. Really took the lead there. Now she's taking the lead in this game, too.
The Ann Arbor product is definitely starting to hit her stride here as Rutgers has possession.
Freshman's having a great start to her years here.
Nicholas has it in the midfield for Rutgers, who's going to try and send it up for Guillermina Casarano. However, she's going to lose possession, and Michigan will obtain it. It's going to be Alana Richardson again. She's got Cami Wiseman in the middle, however, loses possession, and puck winner will have it for Rutgers in the defensive zone. Vicky Ewer for Rutgers has it in their own corner. Being pressured by Richardson and Abby Tamer back there, just trying to find any way to get it out.
A little bit of congestion over there. Nothing really happening, just a lot of high pressure.
She's going
to get it out of there.
Try and hand it over to Nicholas, however, it's taken away by Tamer. Michigan will have possession right at the circle in their attacking zone. Tamer trying to find any way to create something out of this, but she's got 5 Scarlet Knights surrounding her.
Tamer, quick restart, really smart using strategy there. She noticed there were 3 players around her, stable, static, not moving, so she used that, ran into them, and it's going to be an obstruction call in the circle for a corner. Nicely done by Tamer. As we get ready for this corner, they're huddling up. What do you think we're going to see here, Zach?
With that obstruction call, Michigan is going to get a penalty corner, so looking to see if Rutgers just stacks the box here and tries to create like a wall. Michigan's going to have all their players line up to try and get something off this penalty shot. Erin Riley's going to be the one sending it in for Michigan.
I'm assuming it's going to be sent to Tamer. Let's see.
It'll be Erin Riley taking the shot. However, it just goes wide left. So unfortunate miss there on a wide open net on the left side. However, Michigan will retain possession with Riley sending it over to Emmy Tran on the left-hand side. She'll send it back to Riley, who loses possession. However, Norton is right there to keep possession for the Wolverines.
Norton, great moves on the ball, trying to really build something. Unfortunately, has to play backwards. They're going to play back, stretch Rutgers out, hope to be an offensive threat here.
Taylor sends it back to Abraham, who in turn sends it back to, or pushes it up, sorry, to the midfield line. It's sent ahead for Cami Wiseman to try and get position, however, just out of reach, so it'll go out of bounds, and a Rutgers restart from their own defensive zone.
Couldn't get her stick on it there, but got to give her credit. She's really hustling, trying to pose as an offensive threat for the Wolverines here. Absolutely.
Rutgers restarts. Anna Cogdell has it for them, going up to the right-hand side. Sends it ahead for Ashley Arnold. Not Ashley Arnold, Bayonet, I apologize. Takes it for Rutgers. She has Kara Heck right ahead of her. Tries to reach it. Connects on the pass. Approaching the circle, trying to out-dribble a couple Michigan defenders. Sends it ahead, however, just wide. Rutgers had Casarano there on back door. However, she did not make an attempt to swat the ball, just wanted to let the shot attempt go through, however, just a few feet wide.
Yeah, Kara Heck looking to have a shot there. Outcome more of a cross, but really good reverse there. She tried to get something to happen. Didn't really have any other options to pass to, so good execution. Great try by it.
Mention of Casarano, by the way, she is again part of this international group that Rutgers has. She is from Argentina, and she's the other one tied for the team lead in goals with 6. She's also 4th on the nation in assists per game with about 2.1 per game. So
wow.
She's a two-way player. She will score but also set up. So she's a very critical offensive attacker here for Rutgers. Rutgers is going to take possession again with Lucy Bayonet up on the right-hand side. She's going to dribble in the middle of the field, surrounded by 4 Wolverines, though. So Erin Riley is going to seal it away. Michigan will now take it up the left side of the field with Cami Wiseman trying to dribble away. She's going to send it over to Abby Tamer, who loses possession, though. Rutgers is going to get a restart here from about the midfield line.
Going to be an unlucky call off Abby Tamer. It might have been a foot there. It looked a little unclear, but it's going to be a restart for the Rutgers. Taking their time here, trying to see something out.
Absolutely. Puck winner is going to send it in. However, no one's there for Rutgers, so Norton's going to take it for Michigan. She'll send it up to Millman, who's on the left-hand side.
Strategically place it into the
going to call a stoppage for a little foot action there. Juliet Manzer for Michigan is going to take it on the restart. She's going to pass it up to Erin Riley. Out dribbles a Rutgers defender. Sends it back to Manzer, who takes it up the left-hand side. She's across midfield, heading into the zone, looking for someone to pass to. Tries to pass it up to Tamer, however, it's a little off and deflected away by a Rutgers player that was Paulina Nicholas. So Michigan will get a restart here.
And that will be the end of the second.
Lost track of time. I apologize for not updating there. That's going to be the end of the second period, though, and halftime. So at the half, Michigan is leading Rutgers 1-0. They're also leading them in shots at 4-3. Definitely a different pace than we saw in the first period there, with Rutgers taking a much more attacking approach. However, still Michigan capitalizing and scoring.
Yeah, same pace of play, honestly, for the Wolverines. Would you have to agree on that? Not much of a switch up here. Pretty similar strategy. They were just able to squeak that through with that goal by Gabby Wiseman. But honestly, it just was a lot of taking it down that line and trying to really push it through. A good through ball to really get them to get a goal, clinch a goal. And it was Alana Richardson who had to pop that in there, but it worked out for her.
Absolutely. So, as we approach the second half, who's impressed you the most for both teams?
I gotta say, you've mentioned them, but from Rutgers I will start with. I gotta say Emily Nichols and Olivia Beatty, really, really impressive show here. They really are just so solid back there. Emily Nichols, she hasn't really had too much it's a 4-3 shot game here, so there hasn't been much for her as a goalie to really block or save, but she's really just led and been a leader for it back there, setting up her defensive line. Defensive line for Rutgers is just so solid right now. Really showing out here. One goal did sneak past them, but they're having a really good execution and a really good game. And then, obviously, Paulina Nichols. Wow, she is just really good threat. She looks so calm and composed on the ball. Her stick handling, beautiful. Just beautiful execution from her. She's just a really strong player all around. And she's really setting up good plays for her team. Kara Heck didn't really see much of her first period, but I will say second period, she's really sneaking up that line, really trying to emphasize building up the play, and she's really helping them progress. She was a huge shot. I believe she had 2 shots, actually, for the Rutgers, so she's really just trying to get something up for their team. And then, obviously, the Michigan Wolverines, who's standing out to you, Zach?
Well, obviously, we're going to mention Cami Wiseman, the goal scorer. She's on a tear as of late. As we said, she also had the game-winning goal against Ohio State. Also, Alana Richardson's creating a lot of offensive pressure up there and creating a lot of opportunities. They've only been able to capitalize on one. However, she's making plays happen. And then you have the obvious play of the Olympian Abby Tamer and Abby Burnett, who are trying to set up a lot of things. The attackers are doing a great job.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to add to that. I'm going to say Claire Taylor. I have to say it. I have to. It's just in my blood. I got to give some respect to the defenders. I feel like they're always overlooked, but she always, from all the games I've watched for the Michigan Wolverines field hockey team, I have to say she always stands out to me. So calm, so composed. Really just a solid defensive player. She just always is organizing the back line, always first to clear. She has good speed. She has good timing. She has good positioning. She really just sets up the basis of, I think, Michigan's good defensive structure. And then moving on with that, I've got to mention the captains, Erin Riley and Laura Clark. They in the midfield just really are always such a great leading force. I think they work so well together. I think they are so dynamic on and off the ball. They have good speed. They have good reach. They have good knowledge of the game. I just think they always are first to execute and just do such a good job doing it. And they have such good field vision. They try and play the field wide. They try to switch it. They try and really just extend and utilize having so much width on the field. I think they just do a really good job of trying to set up the play, execute plays, and really be a threat for any team they play to defend.
Great analysis, Gabby. Thank you. Well, Coach Civico for the Rutgers Scarlet Knights are going to try and make some adjustments, see if Rutgers can tie it up at the end of this half. In the meantime, we're going to take about a 5-minute break. We'll be back to you for the start of the second half, live from Phyllis Soccer Field in Ann Arbor. All right, we're back here for the second half of this field hockey match between Rutgers and Michigan. Just to recap, Michigan is leading 1-0. They're also leading with 4 shots to Rutgers 3. Rutgers looking to regroup here in the second half and get this tied up. They haven't looked completely outplayed though. Gabby, what are you looking for them to do in the second half? What do you think the coach drew up as adjustments there in the halftime?
I'd have to agree with you if they're not being outplayed. They honestly are dominating in the midfield. So is Michigan. It's a really tough game. They're really equal matches, really equally playing each other. It's just they really, second period, I'm going to have to be honest, they really improved with trying to play forward and progress the game instead of having to just rely on playing backwards. They were taking advantage of playing quicker. Really, that goal snuck past them, but they were honestly more of the defensive, or not defensive, offensive threat and dominant presence in this game. But now we're going to have to look and see what these adjustments could be. It looks like a little bit of a formation change here. Bit more in the midfield. Let's see how they're looking to change the pace of the game. There's the buzzer. Here we go. 15 minutes on the clock. Let's see what Michigan is.
They're going to switch sides, so Michigan now going from left to right, and Rutgers vice versa. Michigan will start with possession here and just send it into their attacking zone with Alana Richardson chasing. She's going to try and beat Olivia Beatty to it. However, she will not make it in time, so Rutgers will get a restart here.
It looks like Rutgers, again, taking their time. I think they're trying to keep their composure here, really trying to see what they can do.
Absolutely.
Michigan
this
really
game
showing that defensive presence, though. Locked down. 3 players on that. Rutgers trying to utilize quick passing because they are being really man-covered.
Absolutely. Rutgers is going to take it at the midfield line. It's going to be Casarano with it, looking for someone to pass it into. Going to just send it back to Nicholas on defense, so no one was open. She'll send it over to Puck Winner on the far side of the field.
Rutgers utilizing that space here. Michigan trying to maneuver and quickly take it, and they intercept in the midfield.
Cogdo's going to try and send it up. However, it is intercepted by Erin Riley of Michigan.
Playing with her co-captain in the middle.
Absolutely. Laura Clark is going to take it, however, lose possession. A little bit of slash there by Clark on Kara Heck. However, they're actually going to say it was like a little embellishment or something, not sure. Michigan is going to take it instead. It's going to be Abby Burnett taking it up the right side of the field. She's going to pass it up to Alana Richardson in the corner. Sends it in front of the net for DeVilligen, however, not able to get a hand on that, or a stick on that, I should say. So it's going to go out of bounds and be a Rutgers restart. Great job by the goaltender there, Sophia Howard for Rutgers, just creating a disturbance there so that she couldn't get a shot right in front of the net, because that would have been an easy tap-in for DeVilligen.
Looks like it's going to be a high-played ball. Michigan's going to get on it. Oh, and it might be a dangerous play, actually, starting for the Rutgers. High stick warning there for
Stick
Michigan.
warning. Kara Heck's going to take it up for Rutgers and send it ahead just a little too far.
Ooh, good stick handling from the Michigan defensive line. Super calm. The composure's there. Norton really taking away the ball there.
Brady Maluna into the game for Rutgers, trying to chase that down and just couldn't get it, just a little too far ahead, so Michigan will retain possession. It's going to be Angeline Norton for the Wolverines. She's going to pass it back. However, it's going to be taken away by Rutgers and Vicky Ewer there.
Michigan trying to clear it with just a high ball, but unfortunately it wasn't the highest ball, so it's going to be dangerous play and be a Rutgers restart. Building from the back, though, they're going to see if they can do something, spread Michigan out.
Absolutely. Puck Winner is going to take it behind Rutgers' midfield line. She's going to pass it over to Nicholas, who just tries to poke it forward for Cogdell. However, it's going to go out of bounds. So Michigan's going to get a restart here. It's going to be Emmy Tran from Michigan. Sends it into Erin Riley. She's going to send it over for Abby Burnett, who is being pushed back into her own defensive zone now. Claire Taylor is going to try and take it. However, she loses possession. A couple of Rutgers players fighting for it in front. However, they just got in their own way, and it's going to be cleared out. However, it's going to go out, so Rutgers will retain it in the attacking zone. They'll get a restart from the far sideline.
Rutgers coming out with an intensity here. They look frustrated. They look like they really want to have something happen here.
Absolutely. They're looking to tie this game up fast.
They are.
They're going to lose possession, though, so DeVilligen will take it from Michigan up the far side. She's going to try and send it up for Abby Tamer, but a little out of her reach.
Millman coming in for Michigan, looking with some fresh legs, putting some speed. Not able to get there, though.
Trying to get it before it goes out of bounds. However, she will not make it, so Rutgers will be able to take over with a restart here. Cogdo's going to take it for the Scarlet Knights.
Again, Rutgers trying to utilize subs this whole game, trying to pick up with Michigan's quick pace, but now notably, Michigan also utilizing a whole lot of subs and rotations, really trying to keep pace with Rutgers' ambitions. They really are taking the speed of the game right now.
Absolutely. It's going to be sent up for Abby Burnett from Michigan, however, just out of her reach. A little bit of miscommunication there. Yeah, from the first half, we saw pretty much the same crew for both teams the entire time with the occasional sub. Now we're definitely seeing the utilization of a lot of subs.
Having to check the rosters a little bit more than usual.
Exactly. Rutgers is going to take it up. It's going to be at the midfield line with Sophie Kuiper. Going to try and send it back for Ashley Arnold, however, it goes out, but however, it'll be out of a Michigan player. So Nicholas and Rutgers will have possession on the restart. She's going to send it up. She's got Lucy Bayonet way up there, who will have it in the corner for Michigan, or Rutgers, sorry. She's going to be pushing towards the net.
Lucy Bayonet showing good speed. It looks like it might be an obstruction call there for Michigan on, I believe, Norton, and it's going to be a corner. Let's see if Rutgers can capitalize here.
Absolutely.
Michigan looking a little frustrated. I can't lie. They look like they're
They
not
do.
liking
They're
the calls
looking a little flustered here.
They are.
So
I have not seen this from Michigan in the past few games. They've played with more grit, more heart. They're looking a little defeated right now. So let's hope they can pick up this intensity. Rutgers definitely came out with the upper hand, setting the pace and the tone this period. But let's see how this corner they can defend it.
10.5 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Remember, all 3 of Rutgers' goals last game came on penalty corners, and they were all from Paulina Nicholas. So look for Michigan to really crowd her.
Paulina Nichols in this lineup for the
corners.
She's looking down. It looks like they're going to stop it for her, and she's going to have a shot.
Casarano is going to send it in. It is going to go to Nicholas. However, she's going to hand it over to Anna Cogdell, and a nice glove save by Hala Silverstein to keep that out. Amazing job by the goalkeeper there.
Great save.
Quick turnaround from Michigan trying to send it up. It was intended for Natalie Millman, however, just out of her reach. The Rutgers will retain possession, however, back in their defensive zone. Rutgers is going to send it up to Indy Van Eck, who's in the midfield, surrounded by 2 Wolverines, however, is able to escape both of them. Sent up for Casarano, who loses possession. It's going to be Eva Bernardi from Michigan taking that away. Going to send it back into their defensive zone for them to regroup.
Now the Rutgers showing a little bit of frustration. Casarano not happy with those calls. She really thought that should have been a stick or obstruction call, but it wasn't. She's looking a little frustrated here. Rutgers.
Now you got Abby Tamer taking it from Michigan up. She's surrounded by 2 people, but sends it over to Burnett on the right side of the circle. She's tripped up, looking for a call there, and it looks like she's going to get it.
Looks like it's going to be a Michigan restart.
Michigan will get the ball with Burnett taking it.
It's getting a little dicey, a little bit more aggressive out here, I'm noticing.
Getting a little chippy. Teams seem to be getting frustrated.
Chippy fouls here.
Burnett will have possession. She's surrounded by 3 Scarlet Knights, just trying to find anyone to send it to. She'll send it back to Millman.
Oh, and it's going to be Rutgers.
Laura Clark will try to take it away from Michigan. However, the refs are going to blow that. So Rutgers will retain possession. Paulina Nicholas will have it for the Knights. Dribbles through 2 Michigan defenders, trying to find a hole, however, isn't able to. But they're going to call a stick infraction on Michigan there, so Nicholas will be able to restart.
Another restart for the Rutgers here. Oh, she lost the ball.
Dribbling it and actually loses possession, so she's going to have to send it across to puck winner back in her own circle. We'll try to send it up the far side line for Rutgers to regroup. It's going to be Cogdell taking it for the Scarlet Knights. She's going to lose control, though, and Michigan's going to take over around the midfield line. That's Laura Clark trying to get possession.
Call there. Quick restart.
Quick restart. Clark taking it, sending it over for Burnett on the close side of the field. Trying to find anyone open. No one is. She's going to send it back, or not back, sorry, to Abraham, who will then send it to the midfield line and Claire Taylor. Taylor's going to send it to the far side of the field over to Norton.
That's a dangerous ball there, but great idea.
Yeah, they'll just fire it in and lose possession of it.
Going to have some fresh feet coming in for the Wolverines. It looks like we have Alana Richardson.
We're going to have Alana Richardson and Erin Riley return to the game. So big parts of the Michigan attack here who have just been re-added after a
Riley and Clark back in the middle of the field. Riley right from the start of coming in the field, directing.
Nicholas is going to try and pass it up. Nicholas try and pass it up for Rutgers. However, it's stolen by Abby Tamer, who takes it up. She's got Drew Moffitt up there. Oh, what a shot by Abby Tamer.
And a beautiful shot by Abby Tamer. She just absolutely did a little cut right in front of the defender, and just an instant shot.
Looked like she had
throw her off.
Looked like she had Drew Moffitt almost screening the goalie there, so she couldn't see.
Play.
So Abby Tamer able to just knock that in for an easy goal.
Abby Tamer wanted that, let me tell you. She just did a little move, tried to get the defender off of her. Defender hesitated a little, took a step back, gave her maybe a centimeter of space, and she figured, why not take the shot? Took it right in.
Great shot by Tamer.
Goalie couldn't even get a hand on that.
That's going to give her 9 goals on the year, so that sets a new career high for her. The redshirt junior from Whitmore Lake now has a career high 9 goals, and we're not even through the season yet. That also is going to put her in the lead on the team for the team in points with 23. So it's going to be 2-0 Michigan with 7:15 remaining in this third period.
Michigan coming out with a lot of speed. They really, even though they are up by 2 now, they really want to keep this lead. They're showing a lot more dominance. Rutgers looking a little tired, a little frustrated, trying to find something, but sloppy passes getting intercepted left and right.
Sloppy passes.
Jamie Wiseman easily getting on top of that, but an unfortunate pass, not going to make it quite to her teammate.
Rutgers is going to have a really quick restart here with Kara Heck taking it from about the midfield line, trying to get anything going. She's going to pass it over to Vicky Ewer, who tries to get something going for Rutgers, sends it into the corner for Casarano. She's now surrounded by 2 Wolverines, tries to pass it up. However, there's nothing going on with those 3 defenders, just absolutely stonewalling her. It's going to go out and be a Rutgers restart. They're going to say it was out on Michigan.
Michigan really holding this back line right here. They're not going to allow anything for the Rutgers to progress or really have an opportunity or capitalize. Having to play back again, yet again, a really common theme throughout this whole entire game for both teams. But trying to have something. Oh, and they sneak through.
Sneak through. Rutgers has it now in their own corner. It's going to be Fraticelli for the Scarlet Knights, however.
Going to be another restart in favor of the Rutgers.
They're going to say there was some stick play there, so the Scarlet Knights will keep it.
Oh, that could be obstruction. It looks like
that looked like an obstruction call. The refs are going to let them play, though. Kara Heck is going to retain possession for Rutgers. Going to try and send it in the middle for Casarano.
Oh, and a little trip up. It looked between Bourmet. It looks like that's going to be a corner.
They are going to call that obstruction, so it will be another penalty corner for the Scarlet Knights. We saw a beautiful glove save from Silverstein to bail them out of the last one, so we'll see if she can come up with another amazing stop there.
Michigan head coach and former Olympian Marisha Pankratz not looking too happy with that call, really not satisfied with that. But let's see how the Michigan Wolverines can defend this play. It looked like last time they sent it to, I believe, Anna Cogwell, but I don't think they're going to try that play again. I think they're going to try and maybe utilize their other assets, including
Casarano is going to be the one to send it in again. We're going to see who they send it to. They got all their players spread out here. It's going to go right to Cogdell.
Was another play to Cogdell. Did not see that coming. But
Cogdell, who just misses it this time a little bit to the right.
So opposite sides this time.
Overcompensating a little bit.
Yeah.
So just got to find that sweet spot. But Rutgers
Michigan
is going to
a little out of position, trying to capitalize on this. Playing through the middle, playing forward.
Rutgers will have position right at the top of their circle. It looks to be Casarano with the ball. Hands it over to Vicky Ewer, who loses. They're going to call obstruction, not obstruction, a little just foul there on Michigan. So Rutgers will keep it. Tries to send it in the middle for Kikovic. However, it's going to be below dead again.
Yeah. It's getting a little scrappy over here, but honestly, Vicky Ray from Rutgers is really dominating in this corner over here, trying to build something, trying to not just give away the ball.
Rutgers is going to be retain possession. I've also just been informed that I've been mispronouncing her name. It is Sikovic, not Kikovic, so I apologize to the family of Ava Sikovic, if you're listening. In the meantime, Michigan is going to take possession up from the midfield line. It's going to be Angeline Norton looking to send it in. No one really open, however, so he's going to try and bash it off of a Rutgers player's shin to try and get a few extra seconds here.
Laura Clark could have come back in the game, utilizing the right side of the field here, hopefully trying to get Michigan to switch it. She's very open, trying to pose as another option for them.
Erin Riley still just swarmed by Rutgers defenders, has nowhere to throw it in. Now eventually just shoots it up and right into a Rutgers player. However, it's taken away as she couldn't get a handle on it.
Kemi Wiseman trying to build something on the sideline there.
DeVilligen from Michigan has it in the corner, tries to send it in the middle, however, it's blocked away by a Rutgers player. Taken away by Wiseman at the top of the circle, however, they're going to say that is a stick penalty.
It's going to be a restart for the Rutgers there.
So Rutgers will take it, and puck winner
Rutgers
trying to reset.
not playing with much urgency for being down 2-0 with 3 minutes to go.
They seem to not be wanting to panic here. They're going to try and send it in. However, Aaron Riley from Michigan is going to knock that down. Not Aaron Riley, I apologize.
Obstruction call there by the Rutgers. Going to be a restart. Aaron Riley tried to take this quick.
Laura Clark will get a restart here at the middle. She'll send it over to Aaron Riley, who sends it, and Abby Tamer tips it. However, it's just wide of the net.
It's going to be a restart for the Rutgers. Great offensive drive by the Wolverines there, even though it wasn't looking like the best opportunity. Everyone following up on all ends there. We had Cami Wiseman up there, we had Abby Tamer up there, and we had Wilgan up there.
It was a great tip, just lost a little too much power
Burnett,
there.
Sorry about that.
Rutgers will retain possession here. Nicholas has it for them. Sends it up to, can't see the number, I apologize. Beatty for Rutgers, who will accidentally step out of bounds. And so Abby Burnett from Michigan will take it up the right side of the field.
It's going to be another restart for the Wolverines here, trying to play quick.
She's going to pass it back to Eva Bernardi, who will pass it in the middle. Abby Tamer and Puck Winter were fighting for that. However, they're going to give it Rutgers possession. So Rutgers will get to restart here.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a foul on Abby Tamer there.
Puck Winter is going to send it over to Beatty. Sends it back to Nicholas in about the middle of the field. She's now making her way up to the side. At the midfield line now. Gets past two Michigan defenders. Nicholas up into the attacking zone now, which is, you haven't seen as she's a defender. Trying to, tripped up there by Aaron Riley.
Gonna drag a foul for the Rutgers. A little trip of the stick. She's a little slow to get up there. I don't think it's more so injury for Nicholas. I think it's more, or Nicholas, I think it's more of a frustration.
Yes, she does have a gauze wrap all around her thigh, so she might be dealing with some kind of nagging injury here, but not enough to take her out of the game, obviously.
Not enough. Just looks, Rutgers all around looking a little frustrated right now, not having enough urgency, looking a little gassed. Wolverines still frequently subbing in and out, trying to maintain this really quick game pace and speed, really trying to set the tone.
Absolutely. Minute 42 left in this third period here.
Apparently.
Minute 40 left in this third period here. Michigan still leading 2-0 as Rutgers has possession in their own attacking zone. Andy Van Eck's going to send it in for, it looks like Bridie Molyneux. Back to Van Eck, who's just trying to find any way to get away from Abby Tamer, who's hounding her on the defense. She's going to send it back to Nicholas, who just sends it all the way into their defensive zone for Puck Winter, who will then shoot it up to try and get something regrouped. Nicholas is going to be fighting at the mid-circle with Laura Clark for that ball.
Just over 1 minute to go. Let's see if the Rutgers can capitalize here and have something happen.
They're going to give Nicholas the restart. She's going to pass it all the way over to Anna Cogdell on the far side of the field. However, it looks like they're going to call a high stick.
Trying to call another, trying to have another lob play there to really just sneak through the Michigan defense, but unfortunately mishit again by Nichols, so it's going to be a little bit of a not so high lob, and it's going to be a dangerous ball.
Restart for Michigan. Claire Taylor is just going to send it into their zone for Abby Tamer, who's in the attacking zone for Michigan. She's got Bormet on her Bormet on her right-hand side. Going to try and dribble it through two Rutgers players. They're going to call a stoppage there. However, it's going to be restarted very quickly by Michigan. Fighting in the attacking zone is
going to be one
Drew
last
Moffitt.
quarter for the Wolverines here. Stop on the clock, 28 seconds to go. Let's see if they can have one more goal and capitalize here.
Obstruction, yeah, like you said, obstruction call there on Rutgers, so they will get another penalty corner.
Two obstruction calls actually back-to-back. The restart that led to this obstruction leading to this corner was caused by Abby Tamer having a great move, getting past her defender, and I don't even think it was an intentional obstruction, actually. I think it was just unfortunate from the Rutgers.
Yeah, just a little bit
She did that move, got away from her, didn't see her coming, and
just a little intentional bunching up that unfortunately
just a little clumped. They're a little off guard right now. That just really shows how Michigan's really taking charge right now.
So with a hair over 28 seconds, Michigan will get another penalty corner. It's going to be Laura Clark sending it in from Michigan. She's going to send it right in the center. Aaron Riley is going to take a shot. Blocked away with a rebound really quickly. Aaron Riley retains possession right at the top of the circle. He's going to try and backhand it, and it's just going to be deflected out of bounds by the Rutgers defender. So again, great job by Sophia Howard, the Rutgers goalkeeper, in stopping that ball.
It is going to be another corner, though, so let's see if Michigan can have one final chance with 11.7 seconds to go. Let's see if they can have something happen here. It looks like they might be looking for Abby Tamer here. I saw a little delay in the conversation there, but who knows?
Second penalty underway. They're going to send it in to Aaron Riley again, who will take the shot. It's going to go off of a stick and just wide. Sorry, their angle was a little strange.
The angle was a little wonky for us, but that will conclude the game of the Michigan Wolverines and the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. What do you have to say about it? Arthur? The end of the third period, but now we're moving on to the fourth. Zach, what do you think?
Well, like you said, Rutgers originally didn't want to rush anything and get into trouble per se. However, now they seem to be running out of time. They were coming down to the fourth period, so they got 15 minutes to score 2 goals. They're being outshot 10-5 by Michigan. So as they have this like minute 30 to regroup one last time and try and figure out what to do, they have to capitalize on their opportunities. Whenever they get possession, they're having, for whatever reason, their main goal is just sending it back to the defensemen, to Nicholas, Puck Winter, and I can't remember who's on defense for them. It switches up a little bit, but they're too much regrouping. It's okay to regroup every now and then. However, you don't want to do it every single possession. You want to get something going. Even if it's just to get a shot on goal, you got to do something, because if you're Hallis Silverstein, you're, like we mentioned in the pregame show, the Big Ten Player of the Week, or Defensive Player of the Week, I should clarify, and you've only faced 5 shots all day. You want to get her tired out. You want to put some shots on net and make her work for it. Like right now, she's just chilling back there. You can take your time on defense. However, you need to get offensive possessions as well.
Yeah,
so I'm looking to see them be more aggressive, maybe a little quicker here now that we're entering the fourth period. And I'm looking for Michigan to, I don't think they will, but they like brace a more defensive role. However, that is not Michigan's MO, as we know. They lead the nation in scoring. So they're probably just looking to play offensive attack keep away at this point.
I mean, when you're in that offensive third, you need to have so much intensity and so much grit. You really need to show a lot of speed, a lot of time control. You really need to balance like slowing down and speeding up and utilize all the skill sets to even drag a corner. Corner is huge if you can drag one out or strategically place it into a defender's foot. It's hard, but it's strategic. But really hoping to see if they can bounce back in this fourth, especially the Rutgers, because they looked a little tired going into the third. What do you have to say about that, Zach?
They did. They started to look a little worn out there, especially towards the end of the third period. Maybe a little
bit of frustration probably, but it just looked a little gassed. I think they weren't expecting Michigan to really switch up their formation as much as they did.
Absolutely. So to start this fourth period, Michigan will take possession from the midfield line. Just going to send it in there. You got Emmy Tran from Michigan sending it ahead to Tamer, who is in the center of the circle. However, she's surrounded by 5 to 6 Rutgers Scarlet Knights.
That play looks a little subjective there. It was a pretty obvious foot, but a little slow on the call there by the refs.
They are going to call it obstruction, though, so right off the bat, Michigan's going to get a penalty corner to start this fourth period.
It looked like it hit off a foot of a player, and it was going to be a little bit of an issue or an uprising by these coaches here on the Michigan sideline if nothing was drawn. But fortunately, the ref was just a little slow on that whistle there. Let's see if the Michigan Wolverines can capitalize on this corner play here.
So like we've seen before, Laura Clark is going to be the one sending it in for the Wolverines on this penalty shot. Both times they've had Aaron Riley just take a rip from the top of the circle, so we're going to see if they stay with that strategy or try something else here. Michigan will send it in. Oh, what a shot. It's going to be trying to see the number on that. A Michigan player sent it ahead for DeVilligen, who just absolutely redirected that shot amazingly into the net. Totally left the back door wide open and was just able to tap it in.
Lovely little finish. Just looked effortless, honestly. She just stuck her stick down, made good contact, and just tapped that right in. Beautiful finish. Great assist. I believe the assist was by...
Waiting for confirmation on that. It was a little hard to see. There's a lot of players bunched up.
It looked like maybe Riley, but honestly, we are not sure here. We're going to check and see if we can get a confirmation on this, but lovely play on the corner by Michigan Wolverines. It looked like they were trying to just get a shot in right from the bat, but following up, DeWilligan really just assisted by Bernardi.
Yes, they're going to give that assist to Bernardi, so great setup by her for DeVilligen and just tap that in the back door. Michigan's going to take a 3-0 lead with 14.5 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter.
Eva Bernardi putting on a tough shot that's going to have to come off the rebound off the goalie, and DeWilligan really showing some perseverance with that.
Absolutely. It's not going to be the nail in the coffin just yet. However, Rutgers definitely has to get something going offensively here as they try to bring into the offensive
They definitely
zone.
do. They need to get back into that 2-goal gap league. That's a huge momentum shift.
As we say that,
something.
they lose the ball. The Village is going to take it up the midfield. However, it will be taken away by Rutgers. Going to send it over to the left-hand side for Lucy Bayonet, trying to regroup something. Knocked away by Richardson, but retained possession by Rutgers. Tried to pass through the legs of 3 Michigan defenders. However, is going to lose possession of it, so Michigan will take it up the center line.
Played behind, trying to find Taylor there, but
Laura Clark was looking for a pass here, but had nothing. So Paulina Nicholas will take it up for Rutgers up the middle of the field, but is taken away by Erin Riley.
Erin Riley blowing
past. Now going to send it up to Alana Richardson up on the close side of the field. She'll take it up the baseline, battling with puck winner to retain possession of it.
They're going to call a restart here.
Not puck winner, I apologize. That is Olivia Beatty. She's going to send it back to Eva Bernardi, who in turn will send it over to Claire Taylor. Michigan at the midfield line again, now pushing in on the far side of the field. They're going to push it up to Emmy Tran. Going to send it into the middle. Nobody's there, though. The closest player was Burnett. It was pretty far. Diving stop, and Alana Richardson takes possession of it.
It's going to be a corner for the Michigan Wolverines.
Burnett was able to just get the edge of her stick on that and tap it ahead to Richardson. On the other side of the field, or this side of the circle, there was a little bit of a collision of a couple of players, so they'll call that an obstruction to give Michigan yet another penalty corner.
Rutgers looking to recollect here.
Rutgers is going to actually challenge that play. They're going to say that it didn't. It was not collision. So we're going to have a video review. And what do you think about this call if you're Rutgers? Personally, I think you got nothing to lose. It's 3-0, and essentially if Michigan scores here, that's puts you at a significant disadvantage.
I honestly can see both sides of this call, to be completely honest. I do think it's a smart challenge by Rutgers, but I do see where exactly the call is called for a corner. I mean, there's definitely contact, but I don't know if it's enough full body contact or obstruction to be a corner. It's very subjective. It is very subjective in general in the circle. It's so hard to really not give up call to a team, but also take away. So I'm curious to see what the refs say after this review here. What do you think, Zach? Do you think that's enough contact?
Looking at the replay here, it looks, like you said, so close.
It's so close, but I don't know if it's enough, honestly.
Yeah, it's to the point where I think they're just going to stay with the call on the field.
I feel like it's too hard to take that back.
That could go either way. I think that the call on the field is what will stand. If it was called the other way, it would have stood as well. It's too hard to overturn on that play.
Rutgers, honestly, I think this is, regardless of what happens with this call, we're about to find out, though. Oh, it's still going to be a corner.
So the call is going to stand. Michigan will stay having a penalty corner as Rutgers gets back into position and try and defend this.
Rutgers loses their video referral here, but it did seem to pose as some benefit. I can't lie. Rutgers got to fully recollect on the sideline, talk to their coach, get water. I think they looked like they could have some.
It was basically an unofficial timeout.
It basically was. Hey, even though they lost it, they still got some pro out of it.
You got to give us a second, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to kill a bee in the media thing.
That's a ladybug.
Oh, that's a ladybug. I feel really bad now. Right. Okay. We saw something fly in through the window and got nervous.
Sorry about that, everyone. Zach just tried to kill a ladybug.
Oh, Anyway, Abby Tamer's going to take it. Oh! Takes a shot and is tipped in for a goal.
Abby Tamer, just such a powerful shot there that goalie got a piece of it. Looked like it was going to be stopped, but it got tipped
beautiful tip by Manzer there.
Right netting, right upper netting. Unreal.
Abby Tamer just had a rocket shot on the ground and was tipped by Manzer and just
launched it.
Hit top shelf.
Yeah.
Where Mama hides the cookies, as Tyson Nash would say. And so that'll put Michigan up 4-0 with 12:44 remaining. So Michigan having a very firm lead on this game now.
Rutgers looking a little bit
more defeated. You could say that ladybug died for cause because it oh, he's still alive. Never mind.
He's with me right
no
now.
Harm, no foul. He's just chilling on the microphone now.
I think he likes me more because he's chilling near me.
Yeah, well, I did try to hit him with the folder.
Yeah,
so.
I didn't try him. In his life. But anyways.
Anyway, Michigan's going to have possession here in the midfield line.
Michigan's going to have a little bit of a run here. Rutgers trying to have something stopped. It's going to be a restart for Michigan. They're going to take it slow, though. They're going to try and run the clock a little. Oh, the Ladybug left us.
I don't blame it. Michigan's going to retain possession here.
Michigan goal. Her third of the season, scored by number 24, Juliet Bonzo.
Abby Burnett will take it from Michigan up on the close side. Blocked away by a Rutgers defender. However, Michigan's going to retain possession. Eva Bernardi is going to have it at the midfield line for the Wolverines.
18 seconds. That's Bonzo from Tamer at 47-16.
Shout out to the PA announcer, Owen Crane. He's actually the leader of our club, WCBN Sports Radio. So he's doing a little
side hustle.
He wears multiple hats for Michigan Athletics.
He's a man of many talents. But honestly, he's crushing it right now, so shout out to him.
Absolutely. Emmy Tran will take it from Michigan. She's at the goal line. However, she's going to lose possession.
It's going to be a restart for the Rutgers there.
Rutgers will have possession here.
Extremely high press from Michigan. Rutgers, aside from looking a little defeated and frustrated and tired, I guess, they just have nowhere to go. Michigan's just, although they have a 4-0 lead, 14-5 shot lead, they just, even though there is a very big blanket for them, they are still pressing extremely high, keeping up that intensity. Rutgers just really trying to react, trying to build something.
An all-out effort just to get some form of offensive
trying to build
thing
up the
going.
field, trying to spread the field, but Michigan's fresh new wheels posing quick pressure, but it will be a foot call. So fortunately, there are flaws in high press.
Nicholas is going to restart for Rutgers here and just give it to puck winner at their own circle. She's going to send it ahead to the midfield line. However, Emmy Tran for Michigan is there to block it away. She's going to send it up to Abby Burnett on the right side of the field. Ooh, knocked down by Olivia Beatty, but no call there. So Rutgers will now take possession.
Burnett, getting up real quick, not complaining, ready to go, even though turf isn't soft to land on, so that definitely is going to leave a mark.
Definitely not. So now Nicholas for Rutgers will have it back at their own attacking line. Going to try and find anyone to send it to. She's making her way up. She's going to send it to Van Eck, who loses control of it, so it's going to go out of bounds and be a Michigan possession at the midfield line. Zoe Bormet's going to send it ahead to Manzer, who will then send it back to the defense, however. So Claire Taylor will take possession at the midfield line.
Michigan trying to take out some time, but also build up their game, looking for something to do. Playing through the back, switching it around, using their width. Ooh, good stick handling by...
Great stick handling by Bormet up the side here. Lost control at the end there, but a great display for a little bit. Rutgers will take possession. Then immediately hands it back to Claire Taylor, who in turn sends it back to Bormet. So Michigan defenders essentially doing the field hockey version of just running the ball here and trying to just drain as much clock as possible. They're going to send it up to Amy Tamer now, who sends it up to DeVilligen, however, just a little bit ahead of her, and so it's going to be knocked away by the goaltender, Howard.
Howard with a good stop there, even though they are down a little here, like she could be discouraged. However, she's really stepping up, really still playing aggressive.
Absolutely.
Despite unlucky goals that snuck past her.
9 minutes left here in the game as Michigan is going to have it in their own zone.
Michigan still utilizing their width, trying to build the game, slow it down, stretch out Rutgers, make them run around, chase. Get a little tired here, and it's working really well in their favor.
You got Burnett and Riley just playing keep it here, essentially, just passing it between all the defenders back and forth, not letting a Rutgers player touch it. They're finally going to send it ahead to Emmy Tran, who launches it up to Millman, who's in the attacking zone. However, she will lose possession. Rutgers will now have it up by the center line. It's going to be Indy Van Eck, who loses it as well. So Moffitt for Michigan, a great takeaway there for the Wolverines. It's going to be a restart for Michigan here. As I said, there's a little contact there, so the defenders will move up, and Taylor will take it from the midfield line.
Going to take their time on this restart, I imagine.
Going to whack it ahead for Tamer. However, it's a little too hard, so it bounces off. She will retain possession, though, at the top of the circle. Dribbles it in, and again loses it to Nicholas.
But it will be a corner because it was taken from the opposite side of the stick, and it's a little bit of obstruction, so that will be a corner for the Wolverines. Let's see if they can capitalize again on another corner.
Absolutely. Thank you for pointing that out. As an ice hockey player, I get mixed up with the field hockey rules where you can't do it from the opposite side of the stick.
I can imagine just using one side of the stick really being a thing that, when I played, that was the thing that, aside from the foot rule, that really stung me.
So Michigan will get another corner. This time, Juliet Manzer will be the one sending it in for the Wolverines. We've seen a collection of different players at this point take the shot for the Wolverines once it's sent in on these penalty corners, so we'll see who they utilize now.
Yeah, we haven't seen a switch up in really who is taking the corner or playing it in, so this is interesting.
It's going to be sent in by Manzer to Tamer, who's going to rip a shot from the top of the circle and blocked away by Howard.
It's going to be called a dangerous play, though, I believe. Dangerously height of the ball sort of play here. So I think it's going to be a restart for the Rutgers, and yes, it is.
Nothing too fancy there for Michigan, just simple muffin in the pillow as Rutgers going to retain possession. Ava Sigovic is going to take it, however, lose possession to Drew Moffitt there for Michigan. So
capitalizing with that speed here.
Very quick restart as Millman's going to take it for the Wolverines. However, she's going to run right into a Rutgers defender, so she'll lose it there.
Rutgers trying to capitalize on this quick restart.
Rutgers trying to build some momentum now. Kara Heck is going to take it and now just send it back to puck winner.
Kara Heck a little frustrated out here, trying to use some speed, trying to pick up her team back up.
You now see Rutgers
on the sideline. Oh, and good grit to keep it in.
Everyone in Rutgers is basically in an all-out sprint now to try and get something as Michigan is going to take it away. Claire Taylor is going to take it away on defense and just launch it into the attacking zone to try and get it away. However, a Rutgers player is there to take it back.
It's going to be a Michigan restart. Rutgers a little hesitant on that call and confused. But
it's going to be a restart for Michigan in the attacking zone. Not 100% sure.
Slowing down place. They're going to try and take their time here.
Emmy Tran sends it back to the defensive zone where Erin Riley will take it. She's going to send it up to Abby Burnett on the close side of the field. She's going up the right-hand side along the line. Knocked away, though, by puck winner. Or not puck winner, excuse me. That is Sophie Kuiper.
Grit. Anytime she loses the ball, really on the hustle to come back and get it. You got to, especially as a coach, that's like one of the favorite things you love to see, especially in this sport. Just grit to get the ball back. It's hard. It takes weird bounces. You lose it. But really showing that resiliency to come back and get in position and drop and get that ball back. You really got to love to see it.
Very well said. So Nicholas and Rutgers will now take it from their defensive zone. She's going to pass it up the side to Vicky Ewer. Ewer and Beatty playing keep away here now, trying to not let a Michigan attacker take it away. Back to Nicholas, who will then pass it back to Ewer. Loses it to Burnett, who passes it ahead.
Showing her versatility as a player.
Absolutely. To Moffitt. Has the top of the circle, however, loses it again. And so Rutgers will retain possession.
Burnett, another thing about her, she gets really low. She stops anyone who tries to threaten her against the line or dribble against her. It's an immediate stop. She puts her stick down, she gets a good block, and she, with that explosive speed and versatility, she becomes an offensive threat.
Absolutely. About 5.5 minutes here remaining in the fourth quarter. Rutgers still down 4-0.
Yeah, right in their defensive third, trying to dribble out of here.
Still can't get out of their offensive zone. They're just going to be dribbling it around and around, trying to make anything happen.
Trying to get it out of there.
You got Vicky Ewer setting it over to Beatty, who takes it up the close side of the field.
Sideline, but it's not working out in their favor. It's going to be a restart for them, though, so I guess that gives them a little something to work with.
Nicholas will get the restart for Rutgers, a little bit behind the midfield line. Looking for anyone open, but again, everyone is hounded. She's got Beatty up the left side line. However, she will just send it to Puck Winner back in their own defensive zone. Puck Winner will then send it back up across the midfield line, looking for a Rutgers attacker. Rutgers attacker there, who just missed it. Let it go, and so Michigan will be able to retain possession. Didn't realize the refs blew it dead there, and Hal Silverstein just let it roll into the net, and I was like, that was interesting. But,
I know, I was a little confused. I didn't hear the whistle, actually,
yeah.
The call dead, so I was like, that's new.
But it was not a goal for Rutgers. Just
the color analyst, I really had nothing there, but hey, it's okay.
So Michigan will have possession with Bourmet in their own zone. She's going to send it ahead again, just trying to waste time. No one there for Michigan, though. Goes into Rutgers, but stolen away by Millman, who's going to take it into the circle from the right side. She's going to rip a shot, however, it's going to be behind the net. So good job making a little offensive attack out of nothing there for Michigan. However, unfortunately missed on the shot, and Rutgers will retain possession with Nicholas sending it ahead.
Rutgers really running the clock here unintentionally because the Michigan pressure and formation is just really screwing them up. They are not able to get through, trying to look for an option, but there just really is none. They have
there
no
really
choice
isn't. They're just being
through the back.
They're being hounded still.
And
she's going to have to send it back to Puck Winner, who is essentially standing in her own net,
basically playing
just to get it away from someone.
Yeah.
They're going to try and send it up the far side of the field just to do something, but there's multiple Michigan defenders, and DeVilligen will take it away from Michigan. It'll be a restart for them if she's able to take it in just ahead of the midway line. We'll pass it ahead from Manser, who is battling with two Rutgers defenders, and they're going to say it was out on Manser, so Rutgers will get a restart here from their own defensive zone. It's going to go over to Nicholas, who will in turn pass it over to Ewer.
Good fake there.
Making it up the middle of the field. Attempt to pass it over to Beatty, however, it was a weak shot and it was taken away by Bernardi.
Bernardi with a great interception there, trying to build some pace, some momentum. Now she's on the defensive edge.
Loses it now in a defensive battle with Nicholas in the corner over there. She's got three Michigan defenders hounding her. Is able to dribble through all three of them. Not able to get through the fourth though. However, they're going to call a foot play, so Rutgers will be able to retain possession here and get a restart.
Nicholas frustrated, but still showing that great skill set on the ball, trying to get through as many players as she can. Unfortunately, stopped her in the fourth, but really strong player.
2.5 minutes remaining in the game here, so Rutgers is trying to have something to talk about on the bus ride back to New Jersey. That's good because they've been pretty much outplayed here in the second half.
They really have. It's a total mood switch. Michigan's really showing dominance this second half as a whole. I thought the third was just crazy shift in tone and pace of play, but really they're still showing so much speed and offensive pressure in this fourth. Almost more, arguably, although the score doesn't show it. Almost more.
Absolutely. So puck winner is going to have it on her own goal line and just fire it up to the midfield line. At this point, Rutgers is just trying to drain out the game as well. Rutgers will unfortunately lose their third game in a row, losing all three on the road trip, trying to get a win when they go back home to Piscataway. And Michigan is going to fortunately break the streak that Rutgers have had where they just have had their number, and Michigan's going to get a win. So Michigan's going to go to 9-1,
yeah, Michigan's
3-0 in conference play. Rutgers is going to drop to 4-7, 1-4 in conference play. So they will drop to, looks like 7th in the Big Ten, just ahead of Michigan State, who has not won a Big Ten game to this point. But Michigan continues their dominance.
Yeah, this is going to be their 9th win in a row for them. In a row is huge. 9 wins itself with their record is impressive, but
absolutely.
In a row is really something to credit.
Rutgers still just passing it around in their own defensive zone. However, it's taken away by Richardson, so now Michigan has it in the attacking zone. She's going to walk into the corner, though, and dribble this out with 54 seconds left, just trying to drain as much clock as possible. Yeah. It's tapped out, but that's by a Rutgers player, so Richardson will be able to restart and just put it back in. Just dribbling there in the corner again, trying to waste as much time as possible. 2 Rutgers players now put pressure on her, trying to get the ball away. Surrounded by 5 Rutgers players, however, they're going to call a foot stoppage on Rutgers, so Michigan will retain possession. Down to 26 seconds now, again, just trying to drain as much clock here in the second. Or in the fourth period, I should say. I apologize. Richardson still just stick handling in the corner. Looks like both teams are okay with letting this run out. Finally out of the corner now. Up to Manzer, who loses possession and goes out. However, that's going to drain the clock as well. So final here from Phyllis Soccer Field in Ann Arbor. Michigan 4, Rutgers 0. Michigan with 17 shots to Rutgers 5. Even game up until about second half, midway through the third period. Michigan really pulled away. Rutgers will head back to Piscataway now, while Michigan will stay and play Ball State from the MAC on Sunday. Sunday is Minions Day, by the way. So if you're in Ann Arbor and you need something to do on Sunday, come to Minions Day at Phyllis Soccer Field, please.
In Ann Arbor, October 13th, around 1 p.m. I think you should dress as a Minion and support the women's field hockey team.
Absolutely. So, just a quick wrap up here. What gives a summary of what you thought Michigan? Did you think this was Michigan's good play, Rutgers' bad play in the second half? What were your thoughts?
Honestly, from the beginning of this game, if we're just really looking at the first half, I thought it was just going to be a little bit of a shocking matchup today. I didn't expect it to be like, I don't want to say lackluster. It definitely wasn't lackluster, but not that action-packed. I think it was just a lot of back and forth in the middle and not a lot of offensive threats. What was it in the beginning? Maybe like 2-to-1 shot difference? I think it was a 2-to-1 shot differential,
yeah, like
by the end of the...
like a one-shot difference. Very even game, but then Michigan was able to pull away.
So it really didn't look like it would result in this outcome. But I'm honestly very impressed with the switch brought up during halftime. I think the coaching really just came through, and the grit came through of this team we have here today. They really they continuously prove, it always shocks me every time, they continuously prove why they are such an offensive threat, why they are known for having the most goals in the division. They just continuously impress, especially offensively. And they switched those dynamics, and in the second half, really became dominant. It looked like not even the same exact team for the Rutgers. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely, I do. I think I don't even have anything to say because you read my mind there 100%.
I just think the Rutgers just didn't even look like the same team. They came out so strong, really looked evenly matched. It just is their grit and their speed and their play and the stick handling. They just did such a strong job in the second half, the Wolverines. I just have to say they really gave the Rutgers not even a glimmer of hope.
Absolutely. Well, as we said, Michigan moves to 9-1 on the year, while Rutgers is going to fall to 4-7. I will be back on the call Sunday for Minions Day against Ball State. However, Gabby will be leaving me and replaced for Vihan Iswar. Thank you for listening to WCBN Radio. Michigan takes it 4-0 here on a beautiful afternoon in Ann Arbor. Thank you for listening. Have a great night.